Go ahead, sorry.
Hello.
I'm not sure. I can't remember. Sorry.
That was the in cap, but yeah, to make sure, let's.
Yeah, we search the guy's room and make sure we've got all the loots out of it. Like,
Yeah, you had done that last week.
Is that a yes, Bucks?
You had searched everything last week.
okay.
Cool. All right.
Well,
Maybe we should get indoors.
yeah, I think that's a great idea. So we searched the temple over here as well, right?
Correct. There was nothing of value.
So we didn't find any trace of the Archduke guy that we were looking for.
No, but there is another building you have yet to explore. The undead are coming closer. Rawr, rawr.
Where?
It's a
Where is
window
that?
or a staircase.
Where's that building?
What about
It's
that pink mist?
it's like right there. You can see it. Like there's two buildings in the front, and then there was the ossuary further down the road. The road you were following when you got attacked by the undead.
Is this a window?
Guys, that
I'll open the door, I guess, if I'm next to the...
no, none of you are listening. You've already been through that building. That's where the necromancer came from. There is
Okay.
another building
yeah.
down the road.
Okay, we'll go down the road.
All right.
Okay.
So you walk into the ossuary, right? And immediately you can tell things seem off. The workshop where you enter, it seems that the priests and acolytes that prepare the dead here have left the place in disarray. It's been ransacked. There's knives and tubes littering the floor. Acid and embalming fluids have been knocked over, and there's just an array of like chemicals that have left the floor sticky and an acrid smell in the air. And as you look ahead, you can see a pair of double doors in the far wall.
Okay.
I need to light a torch.
All right, we see a door in front of us. Anything on the other side of the...
There we go. It's working. Well, take a peek.
Very well. Let's see what we see.
I'll open it up as quietly as possible.
The doors lead to a short set of stairs that end in a landing, and you can see that from there it branches off to the east and to the west.
Are there any like human like looking boot footprints?
No, none that you can see. You know, the areas of the high hall have been, you know, well maintained. Wouldn't be like dust or anything leaving a trail. There was the chemicals on the room before, but any footprints or traces would have dissipated by the time you descend the 30-foot staircase.
Gotcha.
Sorry, I'm sorry that.
What?
Stick.
That's what it is.
Doesn't wrap back around.
Well, we can always double back if we need.
That's
mean that not showing with you.
How hurt are you through?
I'm pretty banged up.
Same here. I'm not feeling too.
I get hit.
I'm very low on, but I can try and heal you some.
We got some potion stuff we can go through as well. I think we have another scroll also.
Hmm. Maybe we should use those before I expend the magic.
I think that's a good idea. Alright, let's take a look at what we got. Two regulars and a scroll, another aura of vitality.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, but none of us can use it currently without possibility of failure.
Gotcha. Alright, well, Arcanus, you're pretty injured. Why don't you take a potion for sure then?
Oh, thank you. That was regular,
Yeah.
standard.
And then Zahn, how beat up are you?
He's one hit away from going down.
Gotcha. Well, then you should probably take that. I'll stay in the back if we get in a fight and shoot. That'll be the last of our potions.
All right, go ahead and roll them.
Alrighty. And onward we go.
Okay.
You know, it's awfully quiet in here. A lot quieter than I thought it would be.
It's very quiet. It's
I don't
almost
like this.
deathly still, but there's a strange energy in the air. Your hair stands on end, and it's almost as if the air vibrates, although there is no movement in the chambers. As you round the corner there, Zarian, you can see the walls of this chamber are lined with funerary shelves, each set with a full set of dusty humanoid bones. Relics and holy symbols of Lathander, Torm, Helm, and Tyr have been set prominently on a number of shelves.
Another crypt.
As you move into the chamber, the light from your torch is able to, you see it glinting and reflecting off of a large number of objects. Some of them are quite small, nothing more than maybe an amulet on the end of a chain. Others are larger emblems and handheld statuaries and symbols, but you can see them laid up here next to these corpses.
How do we know how long the corpses have been here?
Well,
Maybe a
they've been
couple
reduced to
hundred years.
skeletons, so
Oh,
it's been quite some time.
It seems like a lot of holy symbols on these people. Maybe a bunch of clerics or paladins or something.
Yes, it appears that way.
Zarian's gonna silently like keep an eye out for a shield.
Well,
So where do we?
let's keep pushing on.
Is anything from the group of all the medallions and whatnot, amulets? Does anything stick out as looking more robust than anything else within the group?
What do you mean? They're all made of a brilliantly shimmering silvery metal. They're very fine.
Okay. Something to think
So,
of.
what do you think the old guy's hiding?
What?
I was just asking where you think the old guy's hiding.
Good question. Honestly, I don't know, and it's hard to hear.
As you exit from the reliquary chamber and into larger crypt again, you can see that there are a number of shelves in the main ossuary that line the walls here, and these shelves are hung above these large stone daises, each of which displays a dusty humanoid rising from floor to ceiling. And as you enter, there's just a brief hint of movement from on one of the shelves. Can you guys make a perception check, please? Okay, Helen was able to glimpse it fully before it disappeared from view. It was a small creature, standing only maybe up to midway of your calf. It looked almost like a humanoid infant, except its body was hideously bloated and reddish in color, and you could make out the sight of a pair of wings protruding from underneath its shoulder blades and a small pair of horns above its eyebrows.
Small devil around here.
Really?
I just saw it flutter up.
Where'd it go?
I don't know. It disappeared. Yeah,
Oh,
where it
oh.
went. Which days was it that it went? And I'll make my way over to it.
Yep. I'm ready a shot as well if anything out of nowhere.
Silver daggers out because devils do not.
Okay, and then what?
Well, I guess we could try to figure out what it was trying to do over here. Maybe it was just waiting.
Investigate the area, maybe? And any trace?
Investigating the area is not helpful. Doesn't seem to be any sign that it was here in the first place. If you hadn't seen it yourself, you would doubt its existence at all.
I'm certainly not seeing things. There was
Well,
the
just
devil,
be
right?
careful.
It wasn't a devil, but it definitely didn't look like a...
As you guys are examining the shelf on the dais, you can hear footsteps in the room behind you.
Down these
Oh.
stairs.
Well, go on. Follow it.
Who's there?
There's no reply.
Hmm.
I mean, it doesn't burn.
Yeah.
In Infernal, I call out, "Stop and come back and talk to us."
There's still no reply.
That's a really creepy language.
Well, you learned some creepy things. What's he on the dais here?
There's, I don't believe there's anything. In this room, it's set with cushions and low stools above an empty dais. The wall is covered with the mosaic shaped from colored chips of bone, carefully arranged to depict scenes of funerals, the migration of souls into the celestial realms. Lettering
a
among the
weird room.
bottom of the mosaic reads, "Contemplate life. Death comes soon for everyone."
Is a strange room to have in a crypt.
Well, I suppose. I guess we should keep going down this path and see if we can figure out what made those footsteps.
We're basically walking.
As you guys approach, you can see a door on the right, and you hear a low, monotonal humming coming from the other side of the door.
Guys, it sounds like there's some more things beyond this door.
Does it sound like an animal or a being is making the humming, or does it sound like something else?
It's hard to tell through the door.
Fair enough.
Well, I guess I'll go first, and you guys just try to, don't get too close in case it's, probably something bad.
I'm letting my list.
Yeah, I don't blame you. That's kind of my fault. And Zorian will, he's not stealthy, so he's just gonna walk in.
Opening the door, you see there's a shallow meditation pool that fills the room, set off from a broad landing edged by a low wrought iron railing. Wondrous frescoes along the walls depict souls gaining the blessings of Lathander, Torm, Helm, and Tyr. The frescoes on one wall have been twisted into abysmal forms, surrounding a shimmering pool. The pool in front of you is littered with the mutilated bodies of humans wearing the uniforms of Baldur's Gate and El Toro. The swirling water of the pool roils with shadow, and is shot through with patches of a blackish ichor where demons have fallen here. An armored man with a shield slung over his back crouches among the bodies, writhing in pain. His eyes are closed, and his hands clutch at a golden helmet on his head, as if trying in vain to claw it off. Unintelligible words spill from his lips, some sounding saintly and solemn, while others resonate with a cool, hissing sound.
What about this thing that I see?
The water?
No, the thing right in.
What are you pointing at? There's nothing there.
Hey, are you okay?
He doesn't respond to you.
I guess if he's having trouble with that helmet, then Zarian's gonna run up and try to rip it off.
Oh, Zarian, careful now.
Grabbing the helmet and pulling doesn't do anything.
Well,
As you do try to remove the helm, you can see that the eastern wall is a roiling black pit. That ichor that I had mentioned, kind of floating and bubbling in the water, seems to have covered much of the wall. And as you stand here, you can see that there is it almost looks like a hand is being pushed through that ichor. And as this semi-gelatinous fluid is overstretched onto this hand, you see eventually it ruptures as a large clawed hand begins to rip its way through.
I think I'm gonna take this guy and get him. I'm gonna pick him up and get him out of that pool.
Oh no, I think we're gonna roll initiative.
Okay.
What now stands before you is they look like Minotaur, except their fur is matted with this blackish ichor, and where the ichor cracks, you could see this reddish glow coming from underneath. Their skin has been pulled away from their jaw, exposing far too much of their teeth, and they glare at you with eyes that bulge out of their head. And 2, 3, 4. Who didn't make it into the tracker? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody did. I just can't count. Wow. Cool. Alright, so the Minotaurs will walk forward. And then they will attack. And they're just going to go from top to bottom. Zarian, and then Zondunk. And I do believe all of those will miss. And then it'll be Zarian's turn.
Zarian will look at the fella next to him and be like, snap out of it! And then try to swing at this guy who's near Zondonk.
That is a hit. Do you want to crit? Do you want to smite?
I have no spell slots left, so I can't.
Oh, that's... Okay. Well, still, it's 11 damage.
Yeah, and it'll hit him again. Oh, no, not that time.
What did you roll? Oh, no, that'll miss.
And that's my turn.
All right, Talion.
Are
Talion.
they... I can't see, so that's...
You
I've
fell
been having
behind.
trouble lighting the whole...
Is your map black but you can see a token?
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
I think if you I had that earlier, I just clicked on my token or around it and like trying to move it, and it made everything better.
I've done that a few times, and I've even reloaded the web page, and I think like we were talking about earlier, Roll20 is just being weird, right?
Can you
But
see
yeah.
our pings?
Yes.
Does it really matter? All right, there's a
Oh,
bad guy.
I'll-
You have a gun. Click the
As long
button.
as-
Yeah.
Am I far enough away to shoot them?
Yes.
Cool. Then I'm gonna do that. The same one that he just hit.
All right. Second one will hit.
That'll be it for me.
Zondok.
I'll expend a second level spell slot to rig out the Eldritch Cannon, which is a protector. So 6 temporary hit points to myself, sorry, and
Awesome, thank you.
that's
Arcanus.
Alright, testing the waters. Firing a firebolt at this one.
Yeah, it's a hit.
That looked like it did all the damage.
Yeah, it did.
Backing up to around here, and then I'm using my bonus action to do some flexible.
Okay. Gaining some points or gaining spell slots?
I'm going to gain a point.
Cool. All right, Helen.
I'm gonna keep focusing on this guy and do a look at it and like, your horns are crooked and ugly.
Okay. 7. So he takes 5.
And she's gonna move back to here.
All right. And then our Minotaurs again. How many do you see right now? Do you see 4?
Oh, we see 3.
three.
Because the tracker is sitting in this empty spot where you were pinging earlier.
Yeah, that's where one of them is.
Not on my screen. That's okay. We're not. It doesn't matter.
It's been there the whole time.
Nope. Attack Zarian once normally, and then once with disadvantage because Vicious Mockery.
Oof.
Cool. And we attack Zondok. All right.
You sit down like that 23 was enough, and then 13's just a little bit extra.
All right.
To remove my temporary hit points, so I'm not quite as bad off as I thought, but still bad
That's
off.
still pretty bad. Like, to hit 1 out of 3 against both of your high ACs is pretty improbable. To hit all 3 and one's a crit, that's whew.
I think Zarian's probably going to see Zondonk go down. I can't move. He's probably going to turn around to his friends, look them dead in one of those really solemn expressions, and just go, "Run!" and try to hit this guy.
That's it?
And
Talon?
that's all.
Double sharpshooter.
Second one hit, and the first of the Minotaur goes down.
That'll do it.
Zondonk is laying on the ground. Can we get death save?
Oh, wow.
Hey, it's give and take, man. My dice were hot, now it's your turn. So Zondonk is up with 1 hit point. What is he gonna do for turn? Protector turret. Yes, I know.
Yeah. Do that first.
I just now noticed that Helen ran away after her turn.
That's fine.
And then smack with the shots.
Smack. Yep, that's a miss. But
It's
not
my
by
turn.
much. Wink. Alright, Arcanus.
Alright, Arcanus is gonna step up real quick and then another little firebolt.
That'll hit.
Alright, and then it's bonus action flexible casting again. This time to gain a slot.
Cool. Helen.
Is going to get in here with the vicious mockery. She's not good at mocking people.
Well, good enough. You're getting damage on.
Yeah.
Alright, now the Minotaurs. Let's see if the dice will keep being hot. Here, I'll tell you what. This guy, they're not the most intelligent, but they do see this thing. They don't understand it. They're very scared. Stupid toy. Does 19 hit the protector? It's 20 AC, isn't it?
By 1.
It's a disadvantage.
Oh, you're right.
Oh yeah, that's right. Vicious Mockery.
Oh, it doesn't. I thought it was already a miss.
No, 19 would have hit. Hits by 1.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I only hear about half of what you're all saying. It's very choppy. Attack Zarian. Miss.
Zorian will desperately keep trying to fight this guy. swinging wildly.
Okay, the first one will hit.
That's it.
Italian.
All right, we're gonna violent shot.
Oh my god.
Oh baby, let's add a D10 to that.
Pretty close to max damage too. Alright, so 33 on the first attack.
Here comes that second sharpshooter.
It's another hit for 14. He is critically wounded. But he ain't dead. Sundark.
Wow.
Okay, now he is dead.
And then Elder kind of
Alright, so everybody gets 10 temper HP. Arcanus?
Alright, Agnes gonna step over to here and firebolt.
No, that's a miss.
Dang. Alright.
Helen?
She'll move over to here, see this one, and be like, "You're ugly." Another vicious mockery.
Yep, and he failed.
That's a real original line.
Yeah.
There.
Hey, ugly. Oh. I'll tell you what, I'm feeling cocky. He steps away from you, Zarian. Would you like to use a reaction?
Yep.
You missed. And he
Do
turns
we still
around.
have that bless by any chance?
Nah, I doubt it. I think
No,
it's
I
only an
doubt
hour.
it too.
Yeah.
He turns around, lowers his head, and charges at you. Ah.
Grab him by the horns.
Okay. Zarian?
Gonna keep swinging desperately.
2 hits for... Okay. 14, 16, 18. Yep.
That's it.
Alright, Talion? One
Damn.
hit. And then...
That'll do.
Alright, Zondar?
oh, the Mataran's gonna follow.
Yeah. Alright, hit for 7?
And yep. Oh wait, I moved over to hit it.
No, you're standing on him.
Oh,
what-
okay.
I know, something's fucked up. I don't care. But you're standing there, you hit him for 7, and then what do?
That's what.
Alright, Arcanus?
I'm gonna keep shooting firebolts.
Jeez, dude. 9, 9, and... Yeah, that's a hit for 21.
Okay, that's it.
Helen.
Helen's trying to think, racking her brain, trying to think of something. It doesn't work. She's just, we'll win, you lose, but
Alright. And then we attack. It doesn't matter. Oh, it does matter. We're just gonna make a normal attack. Against Zarian. Hey!
That will hit, and Zarian will go down.
Hey! Alright, and then it's your turn. Make a death save, please. If you roll in that 20, I'm calling the session, man. This is... Okay. It was an easy one. You just had to not roll in that 20. There's already been like 7.
Yeah.
Oh, 24 for 13. That is a dead Minotaur. You guys still have a potion, right? Like Zarian's not in danger?
No, we
Yeah,
don't.
we use both of them.
I move up to him and
Do
Yes.
the ASMR thing?
already used that, didn't I?
Well, then what do you
He
do?
heals for 10.
Oh, there's that. Okay, cool. So he heals for 10. Everybody is up. It seems that the danger has passed for the moment. The man still continues to grab at the golden helm and gibber wildly. Helen, you speak Celestial, of course. Do you speak Abyssal?
I do not. Celestial, Infernal, and Common.
Okay, so you guys, he's speaking in Celestial. You guys can hear it and recognize it to be Abyssal, but you can't understand that part of what he's saying. But from the incoherent bits that you get, he's talking about visions from Torm, and then something else.
You think him standing in that goo is doing this?
I'm not sure. Brother, speak plainly. In Celestial, I urge him to keep talking in Celestial.
He doesn't respond to you.
And he just has this gold helmet on his head.
Yes.
I reach out and touch the golden helmet. Does anything change?
No.
Can we remove it from his head?
You can try.
This is good and all, but how about we just drag him back to the people who wanted him?
Is this the guy?
I don't know, and we're in no shape to travel. We saw zombies on our way in here. You think we can make it?
Actually, Helen, since you are a member of the High Hall here, you would recognize the older Ravengard when you saw him.
Okay, so this is our man.
So yes, this is the guy.
But we need him to. We're gonna need his help to get back. He can't be in this shape. Try. We need maybe remove the golden helmet from his head. I'm a little strong. I could try and remove it. I don't.
You didn't already try that already?
Well, I didn't really have time. I didn't have time to do it because those guys that dying is not fun, guys. I've come close now, and this sucks.
Group effort. Get your hands on the helmet. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm gonna rip it off.
While everyone's within 10 feet of the turret, I will use it again to give everyone temporary hit points.
Okay, seems good. You pull on the helmet, and there almost seems to be like a tether between it and older Ravengard.
Okay.
And as you pull, it's almost like when something is adhered with glue. There's tension, and the more you pull, the more the tension lets up, and there is almost like a sensation of a ripping happening.
Oh.
And you pull it free, and then you hold it in your own hand. But the moment you do, older Ravengard slumps over, unconscious.
I wouldn't let him lay down in that goo.
No, pull him out to the concrete here.
Anybody know any medicine? Is he dead?
I will do a medicine check on him.
No roll is necessary. Just examining the body, you can tell that he is alive, but whatever psychic trauma he has experienced has rendered him unconscious.
I
can give him some what's left of my lay on hands.
I don't think that's the issue here.
Okay. Well, I could give him a point and see what happens.
Sure, let's see if that works.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'll give him a point and see what happens.
He remains unconscious.
Well, we found him. Let's see if
Alright.
we can get back to this thing. Should I put the helmet back on him?
I don't think so.
We'll just
put
carry
it
that.
in the bag.
Let's put that in a bag or something. Something away. It does not look like a good thing to have.
Learn from our mistakes, Zarian.
Yeah, I have a lot to think about.
So, Zarian, as you hold this golden helmet in your hands, you hear our friend Gargath begin to speak up. Toss it into the water. Be rid of it.
Well, I mean, we just got it. I'm just gonna give it to Zonda.
I'm just
I
gonna
like
give
the
it to
assumption Zarian speaks out loud when he talks.
Yeah, I always speak out loud.
So I'm just gonna be like, shut up, Gargosh. You don't get it. Say it.
By the way, guys, quick note before we leave: can anybody use a mace? I forgot that I have a nice long sword now.
Were you attacking that last combat with
Yeah, I
your...
was attacking with my warhammer instead of a long sword.
I'm gonna take the time to look at the dead guards and stuff like that and see if they've got anything.
Ooh, well, searching the bodies of the fallen guards, you do find something of value. You find 3 waterlogged but usable spell scrolls, Mass Healing Word, Remove Curse, and Tongues. In addition to those objects, you find that there is a gleaming longsword lying on the ground, and noticing the empty scabbard on Ulder Ravengard's hip, you can assume that it belongs to him.
I'll take that.
It's funny that there was a scroll of tongues there. We're trying to figure out what this guy was saying.
So tongues, remove curse, and
Mass Healing Word.
Talion, what'd you find?
Well, I think these are some of those magic scrolls we purchased earlier, but I have no idea what they are, but I'm sure you guys can prove it in this, and I'm going to hold up the sword. This might be his, or if it's not, it looks pretty cool. I might hang on.
Yeah, his scabbard is empty.
We'll have to ask him when we wake him up. But for now, I don't think we should stick around much longer.
Are we
No,
really going to go back outside with how we currently are?
You remember tiny devil?
Mm-hmm.
The wall that the Minotaurs came out of, is it still active?
What was that?
I'm sorry, you cut out, or I cut out. I didn't.
Yeah, so can you repeat that?
Oh, sorry. Is the wall that the Minotaurs came out of, is it still
Roiling? Yes.
Gotcha. Yeah, we should definitely move.
Yeah.
Fine, but if I die, it's all.
Hey, I'm right there with you, pal.
Let's carefully and quickly head back to the secret passage that leads back to High Hall.
If we can.
Sure.
So
You guys are able to avoid detection and return to the catacombs without too much trouble. Upon returning to the catacombs, right away, Farah
For us too.
begins to panic over the sight of Ulder Ravengard. What has happened to him?
So happy.
Hello?
find the paladin lady and show them our
Upon entering the catacombs, Farah turns to you and says, "What happened to him?"
well, we found him writhing in a pool with this golden helmet. We kept the helmet. I was away. I don't know. Did we keep it?
I'm not
I'm not.
Yeah, Zondok.
So, and I point to Zondok. Our man Zondok, yeah, we found this golden helmet. He was writhing, trying to get it off his head. So we removed it, and he fell unconscious.
We tried to heal him.
Yes, we did employ some healing magic, and nothing worked.
She walks over and places her hands on each side of his head, touching him at the temples. This is alarming. Ulder is no longer alone. There is something else in here.
I mean, we are.
I think she means in his head.
Oh.
Yes, exactly. Something has attached itself to the helm of Torm's sight. And when he adorned the helmet, then it has entered his mind, sends him visions of destruction and corruption. We need to remove him of this curse.
Yes, we have this, but perhaps
Yeah, if you said something, I didn't hear it.
sorry, I said to her that I cannot use the scroll to remove the curse, but perhaps she can.
She takes it. She looks at it. This will not work. Although I do know of a ritual. I just need you to gather the things I would need.
Well, that seems fine. I think we'd be able to take care of that. Yes.
After a nap.
We do need to
No,
rest.
now! The older Ravengard will die!
Oh.
She gives you a list and sends you hurrying throughout the temple, gathering holy objects, phylacteries.
At least an hour.
No! Now!
Well,
Oh. Alright. Well, whatever you say, boss lady.
can you pass this on us, and I'll hand her the map and word scroll.
Guys, if you just let me talk. She gives you a list, you run out, you get the shit, you come back, ta-da, nothing happens. After a while, she begins the ritual.
Okay.
And after quite some time, Ulder's fretful unconsciousness begins to settle. It's only a short matter of time, and then he awakes.
All right. Do we return? We should probably return his.
Yeah, that might be a good idea.
But did he know he had it?
I don't know.
We'll wait and see.
Yeah, we'll give him back the helmet. He's like, rest easy, Elder. We've rescued you from the crypts. What can you tell us about your time there, and why were you writhing in the pool like that?
The pool has been corrupted. It seems that there are a great number of things at work here. The helm is a way for... What?
I'm saying, well, a great many things are at work here. We're in Avernus at this point, so...
Yeah, everything's backwards and upside down. I don't like it.
You good?
Yeah.
He continues, says that the helm is a way for Torm's most trusted to be able to contact him, to seek guidance. But one of the demon princes is also seeking to gain a foothold in Elturel. And he said that despite the harrowing ordeal, he was able to learn a number of things. He saw a bloodied woman in armor, a soldier wearing the colors and crest of Elturel, grasping a longsword fit for an angel, and fresh blood streamed from a nasty cut on the woman's cheek. Flying next to the woman was a small golden elephant with rapidly fluttering wings. And, all of you kind of simultaneously turn and look at Lulu sitting over with the rest of the survivors. In my vision, an enormous, lopping demon threatened to devour this woman. She plunged the sword into the ground, while the winged elephant made a trumpet sound with its trunk. The demon was hurled back as an alabaster palace rose up around the sword. The winged elephant fled and took to the red sky of Avernus, where it watched as a bloody scab grew up from the ground to engulf the place and the enormous demon. Then the winged-like creature fled and wandered in a delirium before coming upon two odd, bird-like humans dressed in patchwork armor and standing next to a strange machine. It was made of infernal iron, and it had a number of wheels as it roared across the Avernesian landscape. It was a strange series of messages, and I know not what Torm intended me to see. Lulu speaks up. Chukka and Glunk. I remember.
What do you remember?
She kind of shakes her head. I remember meeting the bird folk, and I remember their home, a junkyard called Fort Knucklebone. I think I can get us there.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds like a good direction to kind of get to the bottom of it.
Sure.
Ulder forces himself to his feet. That sword. If we can get that sword, then it must be the way to freeing Elturel. And if this Chukka and Glunk are our only lead, you must follow it.
Well,
We have any idea on how to get down?
yeah, good question.
I mean, we could always jump.
That's fun.
That would be certain death. If you were to jump, you would fall hundreds of feet. And then, if you were lucky, you would smash yourself onto the ground. If you were... Otherwise, you would land in the river Styx, and you would be lost forever. No.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
I think you may have to climb down. There are infernal chains that bind us to the land. They are quite massive, and it should be quite an easy task for you.
Sounds like a challenge.
Yeah, it does.
I'm more than willing to follow Lulu and her into hell. But first, I think I need...
Yes.
Is there a good place for us to jump to start going down these chains that you can lead us to?
Oh, yeah, because, I have just so happen to have a safe spot connected to a chain.
Yeah, I mean, if you had something like that, that would be nice.
That would be really cool. If you could just hook it up, Doc.
How convenient!
Hook me up.
No, I'm afraid you're gonna have to fight your way through the the hellish landscape that has befallen El Toro, and I cannot accompany you. I must stay here and protect the survivors with what little magics I have remaining.
Yeah.
You'll probably need this back then, huh? And I'll hand him his sword back.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you. And he's going to put his hand on Talion's shoulder, and he says a small prayer. And as he does, he is going to bestow you with a charm. It is a charm of restoration, which I will have to pull up the text for you later. But the long and the short of it is, it has a certain number of charges. You can use so many charges for a lesser restoration, or you can use a lot of them for a greater restoration. But once all the charges are gone, the blessing is gone forever. A little gift. Even back his shit.
Gotcha. I feel different somehow. Better.
Stronger?
Faster.
Faster?
Smarter.
Smarter? I didn't know you could...
I asked the lady here, what's her name again?
Farah.
Farah. Can you cast this spell, the remove curse? Do you have that ability?
Yes?
I've been cursed within the recent combat. I would like it if you could remove the curse that's on me.
You were?
Yeah.
What were you cursed with?
Creatures cursed this way take 5 psychic damage if you see any demon within 60 feet, and have not attempted to attack it.
Nice.
Yeah, I got that.
She begins to fluster. Well, I don't have the materials, but you said something about a scroll.
Yes, we found this scroll, and I handed her the scroll for remove curse.
And she reads it.
Sweet. I can remove that.
Man, I'll tell you, if we make it back to the surface, I'm gonna have the best story for Captain Zaj when we get back. He's not gonna believe this.
That's assuming
Or maybe
you
he
make it
will.
back.
Yeah, you know, Zarian, always assuming.
Sorry.
Yeah.
You using that mace?
Oh no, yeah, I got this mace here if you want it.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking.
Yeah, you can have it. I've been just carrying it around. It's just a +1 mace.
If you have no further business, you guys can complete your rest.
Okay.
Sweet.
I love the background music in this, by the way. Like just the small, like slight chanting I hear every now and then. The ominous like "Om" like in the background really sets the mood. Very creepy.
What chanting? I don't hear that.
You don't.
Yeah.
It's like in the session.
No, there's no chanting. I think it's all in your head.
Guys, is anybody else starting to hear weird things?
Must be Gargoth. I don't know.
Hey there, what's his... Gosh dang it. General!
Ulder?
Gosh dang it, what's his name? Guard. Ravengard, yeah. He's Zorian's gonna, like, leave behind and like kind of walk up to him and kind of lean in real close. Be like, hey, is there any chance I can have that sheep? I'll trade you.
You trying to get rid of Gargoth?
Low key, Zorian is trying to get rid of him, but he's not trying to let him know that.
Ravengard looks at you. What is the matter, my child?
Well, I mean, don't talk too loud, because I don't want him to hear you.
I can hear you!
Oh, well, there he is. Everybody else heard that, right?
What is that thing?
Well, his name is Gargoth. He's a pit fiend, and he's locked inside this shield.
Okay. Why are you carrying it?
Well, we found it in the basement of one of your actual, what was that lady? The Duke Van Thamper? We found it in her basement. And, it's, I mean, despite the fact that it has, besides the fact that it has like a pit fiend locked in it, it's actually a really good shield.
And you seek to be free of this?
Well, I mean, it's a really good shield, but he kind of tries to make me do things that I really don't want. Sometimes I think he has a good idea, but I'm not sure if it's really a good idea, but when I try it, it doesn't always turn out too great.
If you wish to be free of him, I can end your attunement to it.
Well, I mean, the thing, I fight with a shield, and I don't have another shield.
I'm sure that we can find another one.
I mean, if I can have another shield, then yeah.
Gargoth is screaming through this whole exchange. You dare try and be rid of me?
Hey, you be quiet. You hurt my friends. They are my friends.
During this exchange, because Gargoth does not like the way this conversation is headed, we're going to make another contested charisma check.
Okay.
Sentient items. There we are.
That's terrible.
Oh. All right then.
Oh, I'm rolling so low in these charisma checks.
Conflict. There it
was
is.
pretty bad.
The wielder refuses to comply. Attempts to take control. They make a charisma save. Well, that would be slightly different. So we would add your proficiency. It's still a 9. Okay, fail. Charisma save 12 plus, oh, it's 21. On a failed, the wielder is charmed for the next 1d12 hours.
You said a charisma save?
Yeah, you're with your mod it would be 9.
Actually, I have a 7 in charisma saves for some reason.
Yes.
Oh, so yeah. Wait, well it'd be 4 plus 7 is 11.
Still not 21.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, I forgot the DC 21.
All right, so you are charmed for the next hour, and while charmed in this way, you must follow Gargoth's commands, and he tells you, "Walk away from the Ravengard. Speak no more of trying to relinquish me."
So you see Zorian kind of just suddenly like go from being really angry to just, being like totally chill, looking around, not say anything to anybody, and just start like,
Alright, so that lasts only for an hour. And you are fully aware that Gargoth is trying to mind control you. But what is everybody else doing during the downtime?
Was resting.
Yeah. Sure. Rest, sleep, recover your resources, do all that.
I guess I would have talked to Lynn and Zondonk and Arcanus about if they have any magic that could help us get down without having to climb. And I would ask Zon if he had any idea if we could maybe construct something that would help us get down without having to climb.
I do not have anything that will help fly everyone down there. I only have my wings, and they only last a short time.
Neither do I.
Did we have anyone attuned to that belt we found?
You didn't even know the belt was magical, I thought. Nobody ever...
The belt of dwarven.
No, yeah, it's revealed to you.
Somebody. Yeah.
All right, cool. Here's what's going to happen, right? Because, again, I only understand about 10% of what's being said. You guys obviously don't hear what I'm saying, and we can't play like this. This is frustrating. So, you guys can tune to the belt, finish your rest, and this is not just me like steamrolling everything. Climbing down the chains is not a problem. Like they're barbed, but these chains are massive, so each barb is like 1.5 feet in length. So climbing down is actually very easy. It's like a DC 10 athletics check. We're just going to assume no, it's not even a check. It's only a check if you try to move quickly, and then it's DC 10. So everybody passes. You're able to climb down. You get to the surface. That's where we'll pick up next time. But Roll20's it's been a shit show. I'm not playing like this.